everyone, Joshua here from and we're back to a new Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled video. And today, it is finally here, you guys. It is finally here. My top 10 list of the most hardest, most frustrating, most aggravating developer time trials in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. If you do not know, I have finally beaten all the developer time trials. Finally, I am so happy to finally get the master wheels, you guys. And to have beaten every developer. It feels so good. So, it is now time to share my list of my top 10. It was kind of hard to make this list because there's a lot of tracks that were difficult, but some I know were very, very, very difficult and really gave me some problems. So that's what I'm choosing in today's top 10. So without further ado, let's dive in to my top 10 hardest developer time trials in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. So starting off the list is Blizzard Bluff. Yes, Blizzard Bluff. At the very back of the list. Now, I did forget to mention as well, these are on the list of tracks that I have done off-screen and on-screen. Off-screen and on-screen developers that I have beaten. So just to let you know. So starting off with Blizzard Bluff. Man, this track. You really have to learn the fence shortcut and to perfect the fence shortcut. You really do have to perfect the fence shortcut. Now, this is one of them I actually managed to do off screen, you guys. This is a one I managed to do off screen. But oh boy, was it a pain. William P. is so dang fast and good at this track. Keeping all your reserves is good, is kind of hard enough. But looking out for the boulder, making the huge shortcut, and taking the fence shortcut in all 3 laps without making any mistakes, yeah, this is a very pain, and I definitely had to put this in the list. Number 9 has to go to Hot Air Skyway. Yes, once again, another William P. track. Now, just to let you know, this one was not very bad, but it was still frustrating. Because, like I said, once again, William P. takes in charge of this track. And, oh my goodness. I can master Blue Fire on this track, but that one thing that the developer uses, I am sick at. I am so always get annoyed at. Especially the shortcut at the end. I always turn too far and I manage to fall on the edge. I probably don't do it good enough. But at the end, I'm so happy I finally got to get this out of the way. And man, was this a pain. Number 8 has to go to deep sea driving. Yes, deep sea driving. Whew boy. This track. This track. The developer does not give you any great space when I'm doing these time trials. The developer on this track does not give you any good tight space, any time to react or anything. Oh heck no, you just have to react. You just have to react good enough to actually, especially with the spinning dang blades that's in the tunnel. That's even the worst part, especially the end, where you hit manage to go through all of the blades, and then right at the end, bam, you get hit by a stinking blade. Yeah, I really did not enjoy this track. At number 7 is Drive-Through Danger. I don't know why I keep pronouncing these names wrong. Oh boy, this track. Once again, it's the mastering of Blue Fire around the entire track and not losing it in one single bit. Oh boy, isn't it great. I did not have fun doing this track on the time trial mode. Oh, heck no. You really have to perfect U-turning in blue fire in this track in order, if you're gonna even have a chance of beating the developer time, or the dev time. Oh. Number 6 is Out of Time. You would probably expect this to be probably in the top 3. Oh, heck no. I thought so too, but was I wrong? Was I so wrong? So, of course, this is another track that I managed to beat off-screen with a lot of great and failed sad attempts that I managed to do. And once again, it's that William P. who manages to rig this track. And I am kind of glad that I didn't get my tantrum and the kind of tantrum fit, very bad fit and tantrum that I had on this track, because, like, I had an actual tantrum, you guys. I had a true tantrum when I'm doing this track. Like, I would just fall straight onto the floor and just, yeah, that is kind of glad. I am glad that I managed to not get that. But yeah, I had to put Out of Time on here. I had to put it out on here. Coming in at number 5, which, of course, is the Infinite's Twilight Tour. Oh my goodness. When I first, inside of me, when I was going into this track for the first time on the developer time, I was like, okay, this shouldn't be too hard. Or I don't think this will be hard. Oh boy, was I definitely so wrong. Oh boy, did I not have a great time on this track. I was so wrong about what I was thinking before entering this track. I was so wrong. This track sucked so much on the developer time trial. Oh, and the only bet that at least I know that the developer messes up at, is at the end of the track, on the final lap. That's at least probably what I think, at least. Oh boy, was this not a great time on this time trial. But my celebration was epic, you guys. I was so happy to get this one done. Number 4 is Slide Colosseum. I, surprisingly, just to let you know, did not have a bad time on this track, you guys. I really did not have a very bad track on this time on this track. I thought I was going to do way worse. Well, when I went back and replayed it, I managed to do it probably on my 3rd or probably 4th attempt, which, when I managed to just switch to a better character to drive with, I managed to do it really well. So, yeah, this one wasn't really too hard, but still, there was still pain in it, too. Number 3, Hyperspace Way. Oh, yes. When I went back and played it, I spent almost all night, yeah, it was like close to midnight, when I finally beated this track, you guys. When I finally beated this track, it was close to midnight when I finally beated Hyperspace Way. Never again. Never again. Even though it's not William P., never again. Number 2 is Tiny Arena. Or Tiny Temple. My bad. Tiny Arena, Tiny Temple, Tiger Temple. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's so many. Anyway, Tiny Temple. Oh, dear. This one was... Oh. I did not enjoy this one a bit. No, sir. I did not enjoy this one bit. Not at all did I enjoy this. I did not enjoy this at all. No, sir. This is another one where I had a very bad kind of tantrum when I tried not to do it. But it kind of just broke through me. Oh dear. So now, I mean, I can't do I would do some honorable mentions, but of course there's loads. There's loads. So I'm not gonna do, well, I'm just gonna name some honorable mentions right now. I'm just not gonna show them, I'm just gonna say some honorable mentions. Before we go to our number 1, Dragon Mines. Dragon Mines, Crash Cove, Ruse Tubes, Mega Mix Mania, Gingerbread Joyride, Nina's Nightmare, Koala Carnival, let's see, Cortex Castle, Oxide Station, Barren Ruins, Electron Avenue, Clockwork Wampa, and, Sewer Speedway. So, without further ado, let's jump into my number 1 hardest developer time trial. And my number 1 pick is TurboTrack. Oh my goodness. Oh, how much I hate this track. I hate this track even more than Dragon Mines like Colosseum, for example. I had a very bad nightmare on this track. Oh my goodness. I just can't even tell you the nightmare I had. I mean, when I tried it again today, I just burst out crying because of William P, of how hard he was on this track. He was so unfair. Everything on this time trial was so unfair. And this was the final one, and it was so unfair. But eventually, I finally got it, and I never want to do this time trial ever again. So that's what makes TurboTrack my number 1 hardest suffering, terrible developer time trial I have in my top 10 list. So that's wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe for notifications, ring the bell for videos, and talk us down below this video. You guys, and what do y'all think about my top 10 hardest developer time trials in Crash Team Racing Nitro Field? And let me know what is yours list in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching this video. Bye!